response. Lots of love who is taking the initiative for this lovely clapping.
Speech and language comes under communication. So this is communication and communication disorder and communication science and communication disorder. Today, our life, we cannot think a minute or hour without communication. And today's era is the era of communication era. This is the evolution of communication from the fire era to the smartphone and now coming 3D hologram and the next telepathy. So what is the communication? Communication is a process where sender send a message to the receiver and receiver receive it, then process it, then give a feedback to the sender. So any disruption happening any way will give a communication disorder. Like when sender send a message to the receiver, if receiver can't hear, then it is hearing disorder. If a person or child have normal hearing, if the child cannot process the signal, then it becomes auditory processing disorder. And if the child cannot speak, then it becomes speech disorder. Different type of communication disorder as per communication science and communication disorder: hearing disorder, then auditory processing disorder, ear related balance disorder, language disorder, speech disorder, and dysphagia or feeding disorder. As per World Health Organization, 34 million below 15 years child worldwide are suffering from hearing disability right now. But 60% of children hearing loss is due to preventable cause. So if a child have hearing difficulties, definitely the child will face speech and language difficulties and then difficulties in academic year and the later life. And what is an auditory processing disorder? Symptoms of auditory processing disorder: the following: difficulty understanding speech in noisy environment, difficulty following directions, difficulty telling the difference between similar sound, speech sound, difficulty with spelling, reading and understanding verbal information, that may be learning difficulties, difficulty staying on topic or taking turns during conversation. Then the next topic, that is the language disorder. So basically we have three parts of language: content, form and use. In form, phonology, morphology, syntax; content, semantics; and use, pragmatics. If anywhere the child have problem, then it becomes a language disorder, and it may be phonological disorder, it may be morphological disorder, like that. So this then developmental language disorder. These are all the red flag through which we can suspect the child may have developmental language disorder, because early identification and early intervention can give a better result for a child. As per data or studies, 1 in 14 people are suffering from developmental language disorder, which is basically hidden because the child have normal IQ, normal inclusion. Language-based learning disability, it may be reading disability, writing disability, or difficulties in spelling. Language difficulties secondary to other disabilities like autism spectrum, intellectual disabilities, ADHD, specific language impairment, cerebral palsy, and so many other neurodevelopmental disorder. Now come to the next point, that is the speech disorder. Speech disorder, it may be speech sound disorder or articulation, it may be misarticulation, then voice disorder and the fluency disorder. Under fluency disorder, there are three types of fluency disorder. Normal non-fluency, it is very common in the age of 4 to 5 years in the children. Then stuttering and cluttering. In case of cluttering, the rate of speech is very fast. Speech sound disorder, it may be anatomic. In case of cleft lip palate, motoric, dysarthria or apraxia of speech. Apraxia of speech is a hidden disability. That is a motor planning disorder where a child cannot speak properly. Then phonetic, it may be articulation disorder, and phonemic, that is the phonological processing disorder. Prevalence of speech and language impairment in US, because not that much data is available in our country. High incidence disability, around 7.7% to 13% population kids are suffering from different type of speech and language disabilities. Evaluation and management of pediatric feeding disorder, it may be basically it may be medical and it may be nutritional, psychological and feeding skills, and we need a holistic team approach to address this type of disorder. Thank you very much.